Hey folks, Brian Whitmarsh here. This video is a training video that took place the first flight right after I earned my tailwheel endorsement. As I'm getting ready to get in the airplane with my instructor, yes, I have my tailwheel endorsement. I should be able to fly alone. I have 6.9 hours. Yeah, no. Looked at the insurance. I don't own a tail dragger. And the insurance, just to add a low-hour pilot into a tailwheel to have coverage, is another $2,000 a year. I figured that $2,000 would be better spent flying more with the instructor and paying the instructor that money and gaining more experience. Good decision. Here, again, we're sitting there getting ready to get in the airplane, do some more flying, and Rick Robinette is like, you know what, Brian? You have just about enough experience to be confident enough to really damage my airplane. And I rent the airplanes from him, and this is a Maule M4 220C, the strutter rocket. And, you know, I kind of felt good about myself, right? That's the first mistake. Anyways, here is that flight. And my instructor wants me to simulate being able to hit the mark and stop before the end of the simulated grass runway. Remembering back on some of the things that I did wrong, first of all, I had a very long pattern because I was getting ready, and typically I land on the numbers, but this is about halfway down the runway, so I'm already a little too low, so I'm adding power to stay in ground effect and get to my mark, which gives me too much speed, too much energy. And coming in here, I forgot to wake up my feet on the rudder pedals. I typically always, before I land, I'll hit right and left and kind of feel the airplane go back and forth and connect my mind to, okay, right rudder goes to the right, left rudder, disconnect the steering wheel. The steering wheel doesn't do anything to you when you're on the ground. So I come in here and I'm concentrating on hitting the mark. I somewhat hit the mark, a little long, and then I lose focus for 1 second. As you slow down, you lose rudder control, and I'm adjusting my feet to get to the brakes because I haven't really been using brakes much. As I adjust to get to my brakes, I swerve to the left, overcorrect, and in the cockpit, it was an amazing save by my CF5. Basically, I kind of froze. I'm like, okay, here it is. Here's the ground loop. And here it is again. Coming in, lose that control, swerve to the left. You can see the brakes are just locked up at this point. He was able to get on the brakes and keep us from ground looping. But yeah, in the cockpit, you hear Brian say, grab, help. Here are my skid marks. I had to take a picture of them. But yeah, it can happen that quick. So very humbling, very good, and money well spent to continue to fly with my instructor and improve my tailwheel skills. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I for sure did.